Hi, Sneha.
Hi, Trupti.
So, warm welcome to this meeting and hello, everybody. Today, I have Sneha with me who has been on this journey with me. And I'm so grateful that she agreed to share a bit about her experience, about her story, her journey that can inspire many of you who are wondering if this path is right for you, if this healing journey is right for you. So, thank you so much, Sneha, for being here with me.
No, thank you, Trupti. Thank you so much.
So let's dive in, Sneha. So I'm just going to ask you a few questions on this healing journey. I hope that's okay with you.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fine.
So, Sneha, I just wanted to know before starting this journey, what was the biggest struggle you were going through?
Right. A loaded question for me because I think initially where I was is I was in a place of self-doubt, always questioning myself whether I'm doing the right thing, I'm saying the right thing, and I felt this internal pressure to sort of be a certain person in order to be liked or loved, be it by family, by my husband, my friends. This internal stuff going on in my mind where it was just a little bit hazy and I'm like confused, and sort of, I would get in my own head and overthink situations and sometimes creating problems that may probably not even be there. It's not even a problem, but then I would really get, into my own head,
Hmm.
cause this confusion in my head, which would ultimately lead to confusion and resentment, and I would start bubbling up those things in my mind and create self-sabotage. Like I would sabotage my relationships or opportunities and be like, oh my god, maybe I'm not good enough. Oh my god, what are they going to think about it? Or why did this conversation not go as intended? And I would just let everything really really impact me. So
Ah,
that's what it was. And then came this point where I was like, I need to take a step back and I need to sort of reassess and think about what really matters
hmm.
and get that clarity in my mind.
Hmm. So, how do
Yeah.
these struggles affect your daily life? And, if you can go a little more deeper into your relationships or that peace of mind?
Yeah, yeah. So as I mentioned, I would sometimes overthink stuff and be like, okay, you know what? Maybe my husband's thinking about me, and thinking about X, Y, Z that I did this and it's impacting him. For all you know, he's not even thinking about it, but it
Right.
was just me over analyzing every single situation, every single interaction, sometimes with people. Like I said, and it was all me. It was all me. But in order to come to that realization, I had to take a step back and actually, enjoy the stillness and calmness that I found in meditation or, saying prayer or, just spending time in nature, I think. So
Hmm.
just getting on that spiritual path, I think is what I really, really appreciate. But
Hmm.
I've always been spiritual, but it's always nice to have that reminder from, someone like you who keeps me accountable, who reminds me to do things, just even carving some time out on a daily basis. I
Right.
think has been my biggest takeaway from this whole program.
Ah, okay, okay, lovely. So, what
Yeah.
shifts or changes that you actually saw in this healing journey?
Yeah. In terms of shift, okay, so I would always find time to watch TV, Netflix, to scroll Instagram, to do social media, to catch up with friends, to go outside, do all of these things. But I realized that the one thing that I haven't been doing is spend time with myself,
Hmm.
like just sit still, enjoy the calmness, and stay grounded in that moment. So I think for me, finding beauty in that stillness and anchoring myself and acknowledging the present moment, feeling that gratefulness or being mindful of my surroundings or how I'm feeling, I think that has been a massive shift for me internally.
Hmm. And what about your relationships?
Really, because I'm so aware of how I'm feeling, or being aware of how my thoughts and beliefs sort of shape my environment. I think having that level of superior awareness, I would like to call it, has really improved in the way I interact. Like I take a moment, I pause now if I need to respond, or if I'm not sure, or if I'm feeling frustrated. I sort of know that I need to take a break. So I
Okay.
think has really made me feel grounded in that way.
Okay, okay. And how is now your relationship with your husband or other people, who you interact with? And I remember you used to tell me that I used to get frustrated and angry. So now
Yeah.
have the dynamics shifted?
Yes. So I see that I've come a long way from when I first met you 4 months ago.
Yes.
Like I used to get easily triggered, feel that anger, resentment in me, and it would just fester, and I would just let it sit on me, and I would decide that I'm gonna have like a sad day today, or I'm just going to sit with my emotions and things like that. But now I think I'm more aware and I've been able to accept that in order to have a better life, like I need to change my thinking.
Hmm.
And better thinking leads to better decisions, and better decisions lead to better outcomes. So with that, like I've seen a positive and positive impact and better outcomes in all aspects, like my career, my relationships with my husband, with my family members, everyone, like everything has changed because I started really questioning myself and thinking about how I think and being purposeful about how I sort of think about things, how I respond to things, and I just feel like the power is within me.
Right, right.
I can actually design my day. I can design how I want to feel. I can design my environment. So that was a beautiful moment of realization for me that it's all within me,
Yes.
like it's in my head.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that is what this modality does to you, right? The hooponopono modality and the healing journey, that you understand that the power is within you. We keep blaming
Hmm.
circumstances, we keep complaining about people and situations, right? But the minute you take that responsibility that, yes, I have that power to change and I can co-create with the universe, you will see dynamic shifts and miracles happening in your journey, right?
Absolutely, Trupti. Yeah, like where you shift your attention, like that becomes your extension of your energy.
Absolutely. Where
Yeah.
energy goes, that's where the attention goes, right?
Attention.
So, so can you tell me something about, when did you think that, yeah, things have changed for you, like completely inside? Like, yes, this journey has really, really helped you, and you saw that inner shift when, maybe there were moments when you used to get frustrated, and now you're much more calmer. Do you realize, and do you remember or recall any incident or anything particular that, yeah, I've changed. This is it. I've changed,
Yeah. Yeah. So for me, I think the light bulb moment was when something happens, like we all come across, instances of things that are not ideal, or meet people who may be rude, or have interactions which are not the best. So in moments like that, I think earlier it was easy for me to internalize and be like, oh, what's happening, or where was my part in this, and things like that. But now I approach things with from a place of love and kindness.
Okay.
So I'm able to really forgive sometimes, and just accept the situation for what it is, and think about it in a really positive way, put a positive spin about it, and not immediately respond, react. Yeah, so I just feel like I approach it with a lot of kindness now.
Yeah. So that has that changed you as a person, has your personality changed, or you feel there's an identity shift for you from what you
Yes,
were and
yes.
what you are right now?
Yeah, by not, I just realized that I do not have to react to every single thing. And if I do, the way I react impacts the next, couple of things that might happen or that is about to happen. So when you realize that, and when you realize that it's all in your thoughts and your feelings and your emotions, and that leads to your actions,
Right.
you just become powerful in that moment. Just understanding that, it's me. Like I can control this.
Right.
I can choose how I want to react to this. So I think, yeah, that has been a wonderful shift in me.
Yes. Wonderful. Wonderful. So, Sneha, I just wanted to ask you, how did you feel supported and guided during this journey, your journey with me? How did you feel supported and guided?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think I can be super honest with you, Trupti, because we have that relationship now.
Yes.
And initially, as you know, I was a bit skeptical about things because
Absolutely. I
I
remember.
Yeah, I've always been spiritual. And I've always, found my joy in, going out in nature and doing my meditations and, just saying a prayer here and there and all of that. But I did wonder many times, like, do I need a coach? Do I need a mentor? And I can't thank you enough, because there have been moments where I felt really supported, or there have been moments where I just dropped off, like, from this whole spiritual path, or life takes over,
Yes.
kids, family, and things work. So it was very easy for me to sort of fall off this whole thing. But then you were always there, either on WhatsApp or through programs and things like that, where you would check in and keep me accountable and remind me, and just be there as a person to sort of bounce my feelings off or check in with you and all of that. So that I really really appreciate, and thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
Then the other thing I really loved about this whole program with you is, yes, gratitude is there. Like, I've always been a grateful person, and thank the universe and thank everything else for where I am and the things that I have. But it's very easy to sort of think that gratitude is an emotion, but it's not. It's a practice. And I think through this program, you were able to remind me every day, like, your check-ins on WhatsApp saying, hey guys, what are the three things you're grateful for today? So that got me thinking, like, even being grateful for a cup of coffee, like coffee like this,
Right.
being able to enjoy this in this space means that I have the calmness, I have the time to step out and take time to myself. A lot of things to be grateful for. So it was really nice to have those check-ins and those catch-ups every now and then, and you were always available, which I really appreciate as well. So yeah, I really enjoyed having you. So although I was skeptical, I just felt like I needed you at the right time, and you came about, in this thing with me at the right time, or it's the other way around. I met you at the right time. So,
Yes.
so
They said
glad
the
our paths
student is ready, the teacher appears. But we are all divine channels over here, and I'm so, so happy to see your shift from what you were and now what you have become. I'm so happy to see that shift.
met.
I know you were very skeptical and you were like, will this work? And you were very nervous about joining this in the beginning. But that shift when I kept seeing and you kept messaging me, yes, I've seen that change. I can see that I'm able to handle this thing better, and
Yeah.
that made me so proud of you. And I felt that this journey is so worth it, that even if one soul can change her life for the better, and I feel it's so worth it, right?
100%. Just that mindset shift, because a lot of us already know, right? Like, the access we have to YouTube channels and podcasts and all of these pep talks that we get. But I think having this opportunity to be in this program with you for 4 months and following through every single week, I think that reminder and that push we all need. So if anyone asks me, why do I need to do this, can I just not get this out of YouTube or by reading books? I think it's that accountability, that responsibility, and having that community as well. I really enjoyed everyone that I met on this group.
Right, right.
Just
It can
bounce an
inspire
idea.
and motivate.
Oh, exactly, and to know that there's nothing wrong with you in identifying. In fact, it is powerful to recognize that I overthink or I overanalyze, or I'm
Yes.
feeling X, Y, Z, and all of us coming together and sharing what we did. So I think that was beautiful. So thank you for creating this community.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being there and making it a sacred space for everybody, that everyone shared their journey, everyone was motivated, uplifted by seeing the other person. So that was really beautiful in its own. Thank you so much, Sneha, for the kind words. So
Thanks
just
for being.
one thing before we wrap up. If someone is feeling stuck, like once you did, right? What would you like to
Yeah.
say to them? What is the message that you would like to give them?
The one thing that I would probably say is, acknowledge, and accept the situation. I think that realization comes once you get on that spiritual path, that spiritual journey. So accept what's happening, and recognize, identify, accept, and then start to own your emotions, like really own your emotions. But in order to do all of this, like I said, you need to change your thinking patterns.
Right.
Whether it's through your hooponopono prayers, or through meditation, or just going nature walks, or your EFT tapping. I think all of those little tidbits along the way sort of help you, shape you to become that person that you want to be. So although it may sound really small, or if you wonder like, oh, will this actually help me? Trust me, it does, because it helped me. So I just feel like, and also I'm a huge believer of you get what you put in. So
Right.
if you're putting the hard work, if you're actually practicing what you learn as part of this program, or you're further strengthening your beliefs by watching a YouTube video or asking questions, whatever it is, I think it ultimately gives you the outcome you seek if
Yes.
you put in the hard work. So to anybody who's trying to make that decision of whether I should or not, I think this is a valuable time, and I personally feel that I got a lot out of this, and I would highly encourage anyone else to try this as well. And it's also very self-paced, because most of the time, like I always had you, Trupti, to like bounce my ideas off, or to even like emotion dump on you and tell you what happened during my
Right.
day and stuff. So I appreciated that. And then along with that, I also had access to the recordings in my own time.
Right.
So
Right.
that was ideal for me. And I think it will be ideal for anybody else as well. So overall, it's been a beautiful journey, and I'm so glad I did this.
Thank you so much, Sneha, for your kind words, for sharing your journey so openly. You know, your story will surely inspire others who may still be on the fence. So,
Yeah,
everyone who's watching, if you're feeling stuck and if you're still carrying that pain, and if you don't know whether this journey is for you, then trust me, healing is possible. You just have to, as Sneha said, it's just a mindset change. It's just that you have to change your thought processes, and then you will see that, there's magical results on the other side, right? So if Sneha can see it, I'm sure everyone can also. So trust yourself and say yes to this journey. And I love this beautiful journey to change you and transform you. And again, Sneha, thank you so much for being here and openly sharing your journey, and shine on. Lots and lots of love to you. And
thank you,
you were
Trupti.
really, really so coachable, and you were, like so ready to take in everything. And that's what made the difference to you in your
Yeah.
journey. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think you need to be accepting.
Yes.
And then, from there, I think starts your real spiritual journey.
Yes, absolutely. So thank you so much and God bless you.
Thanks, Trupti.